Hi guys, and welcome back to IE and Besties. I'm Michelle Calderon.
I'm Vanessa.
And I'm Stephanie.
And we're back
again.
Episode 3, Besties.
Episode 3, gang.
Thank you guys, by the way.
Yes, thank you so much for all the support. It's
Such
been
nice feedback.
super overwhelming, and we're so excited to be doing this. And we're
I want to
just so
thank the
happy.
Academy.
The Academy Award. Well, let's get into it. So, what are we going to do for the holidays since the holidays are here? You know, like Christmas, New Year's.
For Christmas, I'm going to Mexico with my family. Good old Mexican Christmas. My mom's probably going to make pozole.
Ooh, love
That's my
that.
favorite.
Yeah,
Love
but it's
that.
annoying because I have to carry like so much luggage to Mexico. Like I have to buy like 3 maletas, and I'm scared because low-key in TSA, they'll like stop you. Well, not TSA, like immigration, and they'll check your shit.
Yeah.
And if it has like the price tag, you have to pay them.
Dude, are you serious?
Yeah, so I'm not
Like,
excited
dude.
about that.
Just
But-
take off the price tag, no?
I know, but those motherfuckers are like, how much did it cost? And I'm like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
And I always have to lie, but they're bitches.
What the heck?
How about you?
I'm just going to be spending it with my family. My great-grandma, she's already getting really old. I love her. And so we decided as a family that from now on we're going to spend them all with her as a family together. You know, just love on her the time she has left. So
How old
Yeah.
is your great grandma?
honestly, I don't want to lie. I'm not even sure, but she's up there.
She's getting there.
She's getting there. But she's a
Definitely.
sweetheart, though. Oh, I love her.
But like that's crazy to me because like my grandma passed when I was so young. So whenever I meet people that are like they have their great grandma, I'm like
Yeah.
that's insane.
Yeah, I know. Very
Is
blessed.
she over 100?
No.
Oh.
She's probably like hitting 90 or something.
Damn,
okay.
she's young
Yeah.
for a great
Oh,
grandma.
right? Oh yeah, she had like 13 kids, girl.
Oh
Like,
my
her.
god. Maybe that's the key to life. To long lives.
Gatekeeping to long
Well,
lives.
I
Gatekeeping?
ain't gonna get that key.
You said gatekeeping? Gatekeeping clothes? Gatekeeping.
Wait, you didn't tell us what you're doing for Christmas.
Oh. You know what? Just a regular schmegular. I like just a good little pozole con la familia.
Oh,
But
love that.
honestly, at In-N-Out, we're open on Christmas Eve, and that's when my family celebrates it.
Oh.
So if I work, I'm gonna.
Why
I'm
the
just kidding.
hell are you open on Christmas? That's
And
Jesus'
also,
day.
I feel like the last 3 years, I've worked every single holiday, like Christmas Eve,
Aw.
Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and it's so frustrating because I'm like, I'm working New Year's Eve at In-N-Out, like you work till like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I don't really get to celebrate it. I'm freaking at work.
Yeah, and then you leave and you're exhausted.
Dude, I'm like,
Sis,
dude,
you
mi
need
madre
to let them
siempre
know this
borrachos
year.
in the house. I'm like, mejor me voy a dormir.
You're like, I need to be home drinking
no,
right now.
I know. But yeah, that's
That
pretty much it.
sucks.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you don't have to.
I know,
This
dude.
year.
If they do, I'm
Tell
like,
them it's part of your religion.
I should.
Oh,
I'd
that's
be like,
so
New Year's-
true.
Yeah.
Imagine one of my managers is watching. I'm like, hey, bestie.
Hey.
Yeah, but they don't
New Year's
know. They don't know. What if you converted right now?
Yeah, I'm converting into.
This is her baptism.
Yeah. Period. I mean, I can't.
Let me
work
throw
New
some
Year's.
holy water.
I'm like, oh. But yeah, let's hope I don't work on any of those days. But
Yeah.
other than that, we're just planning it with the.
Are
family.
you guys already Christmas shopping? Are you guys nervous? Are you guys like got it in the bag? What are you
Honestly,
guys
my
feeling
only
about
question is,
Christmas
I
shopping?
always wonder, like, did somebody get me something already? Is it what I wanted? Because I'm very, like, I'll react. Actually, no, I'm a liar. But, like, sometimes I can't hide my reaction if it's not what I wanted. Like, I hate being that bitch. But I'm like, just ask me what I want. Don't guess. Like, just ask me. Because I'm a bitch, and I'm going to be like, oh, thank you.
Oh
you know
my
what I mean?
God. I'm so happy I'm not the only one because I feel like in my family at least, I'm the only one that has like a terrible poker face. So I'm literally like, please, let it be something like something at least remotely like interesting that I like, because if not, same like, oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
And then the next person that gives me a gift that I genuinely like, it's like
And
fucking great.
the
And I'm like, oh my God.
Yes.
And then they're looking at me like, bitch.
Exactly. And then you feel bad. The guilt trip walks
Yes,
in, and then you have to wear
literally.
it or whatever.
I don't
Or
know.
like once a year. That's
Post a picture with it.
Literally post a picture, be like, oh my God, gracias. Yeah, and I'm like,
and then sell it on offer.
Right after, use the picture you posted on Instagram.
I would never do that.
Are you guys good gift givers?
I feel like it honestly just depends on my mood and who it is, and then yeah, it's
Definitely.
genuinely from the heart.
Nice.
How about you?
I feel like I'm like honestly the best gift giver in the world. So when someone doesn't give me a gift, that's really good.
Yeah.
It's not even like that it has to be expensive or whatever. I just like getting gifts that I'm like, oh my God, like
They're
this person
thoughtful.
really
Meaningful.
knows me. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, oh, they like if you don't know, then just ask me. It's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then you're gonna give me a gift and I'm gonna be like you, if you knew me, you would know that I would not
Yes.
like that. And now I feel bad.
Yes. No, definitely. And just by listening to the people that you love, like a lot of times they'll drop hints or like even like point things out. Like if you're just aware of what they're saying, like you can pick up a lot. But don't be afraid to ask, y'all. Just ask because, you know.
Don't be shy.
Especially men.
Yes.
Because I feel they're just not as thoughtful unless they're like
I'm sorry.
buchones, you
No
know what I mean?
disrespect.
Unless they're water signs.
Yeah, is that a thing?
Well, my ex was a water sign, and he's super into giving
What
like
are the water
Aw.
signs?
he's super into giving like thoughtful gifts, like not material things. Like he likes to make things. So
Yeah, but he's an artist.
yeah, he's an artist. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, motherfuckers.
I don't know all the water signs. I'm sorry. I know Pisces is water,
Ugh.
I have no idea.
and that is it.
No.
You're all disgusting.
I'm so sorry.
No, as soon as I said Pisces, I'm like, yeah, that makes. And Aquarius is a water sign too, right?
No,
No?
it's not.
No?
No, it's
No?
not. It's an air sign,
sign.
I
Oh,
think.
Okay.
dang.
Yeah. I only
fuck
know that
Pisces.
because my boyfriend's an Aquarius.
Oh, okay.
So I only
So you
know
know everything about him.
No, not everything about him, but my best friend's also an Aquarius, and she knows everything about Aquarius, and she tells me because of him. So.
Oh,
Okay.
dope. Love that.
Do you
We all
think-
love having that friend that knows everything about the
Dude,
zodiac
literally, I'm
signs,
like,
right?
what does this mean?
Do you think that matters when you're dating, like what their sign is?
No, I don't. I feel like barely nowadays people are starting to like ask. I feel like back then that wasn't a thing. Where
Yeah.
what's your sign? You know.
That's true.
So no, I personally, I don't think I would even ask moving forward. To be honest.
I ask only because I feel like it's a thing,
No.
like to know.
Yeah.
But I didn't. Okay, but see, I don't believe in horoscopes that much, and I didn't. Like, I would look up stuff with like mine and my boyfriend's sign. I'd be like, oh, it doesn't say anything. And this week, I discovered that we're sister signs.
Oh.
And I didn't know what that meant. I still don't know what that means. But I guess it's like in the chart, like it's who's ever sitting across from you. That's either
Ooh.
your soulmate or someone that you like just can't stand because you're such polar opposites.
Oh, wow.
And my boyfriend is my sister sign. So I was like, oh my God, we're fucking soulmates.
And you can't stand him.
I can't stand that man.
Stand him.
Yeah, so I don't know. But I don't think before I would ever even ask either.
Dude, I always ask. I'm sorry. Like, I'm like,
What
I'm
are your
gonna be a little
no's?
toxic.
Have
before I
you
even say-
always though? Like since day
No,
one? Oh, okay.
no. I
Something you're
feel
barely
like
getting
yeah,
into.
barely. Because I'm like, okay, the only reason why is because my last 2 big relationships have been very long and very toxic. And guess what their fucking sign was?
I'm going to go with
Fucking Pisces.
I knew
Oh
A fucking
no.
and I'm a Gemini, so I like immediately was like, dude, does it have to do something with the signs
Yeah.
or something? So I looked it up and I'm like, these men are pieces of shit to me.
Oh my god.
So after that, I kind of just I'm like, not to be a little like toxic, but like, what's your sign?
you're like, I'm never going through this again.
No, dude, I'm
I
like,
need to
if you're a
know.
Pisces,
I
stay
need
away
to
from me.
fucking know.
No, so like I feel like ever since then, I just kind of
Is there another, like, do you have other no's? Like, definitely no's.
a Libra. I dated a deadbeat Libra.
Oof.
That was terrible. I think that a Scorpio. Have you guys ever talked to like a Scorpio guy?
I don't even know what, I don't even know the months.
Honestly, I can't tell you terrible men that I've talked to their signs because I didn't ask them and I don't know. But I could say that a guy that I talked to that I really liked and we vibed super hard was a Sagittarius.
I love Sag.
Yeah.
I'm like Sag, just the little nickname, dude. But the Scorpio guy literally had a Scorpio tattoo on him.
That should have been your big piece
Red
out.
flag.
No,
babe.
man.
Red
You know,
flag.
they say that about Leos too. She's a Leo if she has a lion
A
tattoo.
lion?
I would
Hell
never bestie. I know
Hell
Steph
no.
wouldn't either.
That's not even my favorite
Leo
animal.
Queen's over here.
To me,
right?
it
No,
matters.
it's not, huh? What is your favorite animal?
My favorite animal is like normal like
Yeah.
pet animal is probably a dog, but wild animal is a giraffe.
Ooh.
And then I have a favorite sea animal, which is the manta ray.
Oh, I have a giraffe on my debit card.
Aw,
like
that's
giraffes
cute.
too? Yeah. What's your favorite?
No, but it's because people always say, oh, you're tall. And I remember when I went to the
that's
bank
cute.
and like the guy was like, oh, what picture do you want? And like there was just like the randomest things that I saw a giraffe and I just immediately was like, oh, it's tall like me. Cute. And I was like, I'll get the giraffe.
That is cute. I was going to say something about, you asked if there was like a no sign I've never, I don't believe that much, but the only two people to like ever like break my heart, not even in a romantic way, just like in a general way, were Taurus, and they were men.
Ooh.
So I don't fuck with Taurus men ever.
Pisces,
anymore.
Taurus, Scorpio.
The whole sign, god damn it. You're
the whole
crying,
chart.
They're crying, throwing up right now listening to this. Like, damn.
Like, sorry, babe, your chance lost.
Ooh.
Don't want to hear about you. If you're a Scorpio, stay away.
Damn. So when you guys are going through it with men, are you guys simping or pimping? What are we doing?
Okay, at first, I simp. For like 3 days, and I'm like, nah, bro, I know who the I am fucking P-I-M-P. No, dude,
that's right,
like,
baby.
I know. I'll simp, dude. I literally have simped. Like, the last guy that I talked to, I simped so hard for because I feel like me and him really connected. And it just didn't work out because of his lifestyle and, like, his work. Like, it was completely two different worlds. Like, he did... I don't even want to say what he did because it was, like, intense. And it was completely different from me. I'm like, I feel like I'm a normal person. You know?
A normal person.
And his life is, like, not normal. Like, it was crazy. So, in that aspect, like, it clicked, but it just didn't work out. So, after that, I was like, fuck this shit. I'm a pimp.
Fuck no,
Period.
baby.
Fuck no, baby.
I feel like I'm very... I think I'm a simp.
Simp.
Yeah, because I'm always like,
respect it.
whatever. If I get hurt, then I get hurt. But I mean, I've been in a relationship for so long, so.
Yeah.
But I think no, I'm a simp.
Yeah.
I'm like, because in the beginning, but no, yeah. I'm like, oh, I love you. I want to be with you forever, like all the time.
Definitely feel like I'm a simp too. But when I'm out in the streets, she's a pimp.
Period.
Yeah, well, you have to be.
Period. But then when I go back home, back to simping, baby.
She's all crying on the pillow.
Play Marvin's
Literally
Room and
on
shit.
God. You know, it's so funny. Actually, one time I was hanging out with two of my best friends, Veronica and Val. Shout out to y'all. Love y'all. We were hanging out at my house and we were getting ready. You know, you got to play a playlist. You know, got to get the mood going, play some music. So they're going through my phone, looking at my playlist, and they just started cracking up. And I was like, oh my God, what playlist did they find? Because I have like the most dumbest names for my playlist. And I had one called Shower Sad.
Shower sad?
They were laughing at me because they were like, oh my God, you're over here crying in the shower. And I'm like, bitch, yes, I am crying in the shower. The fuck?
That's the
and
best
sometimes
place
you
to
just need
cry.
to set the mood, you know? So I have my playlist ready. When I'm sad, let's go to shower, baby,
So you
because
guys
I'm about to
have
cry.
simp? Do you have a simp playlist?
I don't make playlists, but usually when I'm gonna simp, it's usually like either like Spanish rock or Taylor Swift or that's pretty much it. Or fucking country music. That shit is so sad. Like there's literally a country song for everything in the world. I barely got back into country. I kind of felt like not. I don't know, when the whole Trump thing was going on, I just stopped listening to country. I felt racist.
You were like, I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, these white people, they're banging, but I cannot right now.
I'm like, I feel like recently I discovered two guys. I'm not going to say who, but babe, they're in the building. They have a simp playlist. And then the other person, also, we were all like in the car.
I know.
I don't want to expose.
I know who it is.
But they both had simp playlists. And in my head, I'm like, do guys have simp playlists?
I feel like they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like they simp, but like low key with that playlist.
Yeah.
I think they do.
Man, comment down below.
Yeah,
what do you
have a simp playlist?
And
like,
what's
what is
in
it?
your simp
Yeah, what
playlist?
is it?
Yes.
What are you listening
Oh my
to?
God, you said you simp to rock en español.
Yeah.
The moment you said that, the first song that came to my the first song that came to my head was Mariposa Traicionera.
Mariposa
That shit is my heart.
Traicionera.
Dude, that shit makes me cry. Honestly, Manaha's like...
Dude, Manas, like, literally, they got, like, a gig for, like, a long time, right? At the forum or something? We
I'm
have
like,
to
bro,
go.
I want to.
Oh, a
Let's
residency?
go. Yes, a residency.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Let's
didn't?
go.
No,
Are
we
you
need
guys down to
now,
go?
'cause
I'm
now
down.
we all love
Catch
Mana.
us at a Mana concert, y'all.
Dude, I literally love Mana. I took my boyfriend to his first concert and it was Mana, but he didn't know any of the songs.
No.
So I was like, woo! And he was just like, yeah.
It's still a vibe, though, going to a concert that, like, you don't know the music. It's still a
Dude,
vibe.
they were so good. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, they're amazing. I love
so it's
them.
worth it?
Yeah, it's 100% worth it, I
Oh,
think.
then we're
I actually
going.
think they were going to be here at the forum at that time, too, but I wanted a smaller venue because I was like, that
More
would be
intimate.
closer.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
Always.
What venue?
I don't know, some venue in San Diego, but it was like way smaller. Like the forum, I feel like if you don't have like even the floor seats, like you can get floor seats and be all the way in the back, and you can't see shit. That happened to me once too. And so if you're not like on the sides or like right in the front, It's not a good view. Don't recommend. And the traffic sucks ass.
I'm like, I've only been to one concert, so I can't really.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I haven't really gone out like that. I know. I've only been to one concert, and it was the Revolution. I don't know if you guys like reggae.
Oh, yes.
I have a very broad
Love that.
music genre, whatever. So I took my ex. It was his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, Pisces. It was his birthday.
You didn't deserve that.
No, for real.
Forget that concert.
I planned the whole trip to like San Diego. I bought us a hotel, the tickets, and it was honestly a really great experience, minus that piece of shit. But they were so good live. Like, oh my god, it was a great experience.
It's a vibe.
Was it like a seated venue or was like where you were?
It was
like,
seated, but you could stand up, and it it was a vibe. So they had like the little, I don't even know what it's called, little front.
Fun.
Yeah,
I would
it was
love to take you to
fun.
another concert.
Yes,
Dude,
let's
they're
take
the best.
me.
Mana's coming up. We have to go.
No, yeah. That's my
Yes.
second one. Revolution was nice, but we can go see Mana.
Dude, that's fucking tight. Honestly, like I feel like concerts are like, cause I think my older brother doesn't really like concerts, and I just feel like concerts, like you literally just
Hell
let
yeah.
yourself, and when it's your favorite artist, you're literally like, I can't believe that shit's going into my ears right now. Like that's crazy.
Literally, I love that.
I'm like, I'm watching him on the TV, but he's right there. Like that's
We're
crazy.
breathing the same air.
Yeah, it's cool.
Those experiences are super great. And talking about experiences, switching up the mood a little bit, I don't know, just kind of went through it this week, and I went through something that kind of just makes you lose hope sometimes, you know? And I just kind of want to hear from you guys, because I don't want to feel alone on this boat.
Tell us what is.
But first, I want to hear from you guys, you know, because I don't want to feel alone. So have you guys ever gone through something that just you guys feel like made you just lose faith in humanity?
In humanity or
And
in
what
men?
brought your faith back? Or in men, whatever you want to share.
I feel like lately, especially working the jobs that I work, like customer service, I'm losing faith in being polite with anybody. Like the respect for like a normal person, like in a uniform, outside a uniform, even like everyday interactions is just getting worse and worse. Like we don't even like people, I'm not saying like we, but like as people, like we don't know how to say excuse me, please, thank you, or like open the door for each other. And I feel like I was brought up with like respect and like doing that. So I don't feel like people do that nowadays.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me, but I just feel disrespected all the time, and people are rude.
And I imagine, especially working in like two high-paced jobs like Starbucks and In-N-Out, like
it opens your eyes to like, wow, you're a piece of shit. And what the fuck are you doing? You know, I'm like, you're terrible.
No,
That's
yeah,
me.
especially like in the food like industry, it's like people complain about things that are like I can't even believe that came to your brain right now. And it's insane that they in their mind are like this, like I'm right now.
Yes.
And like this person is wrong and they need to listen to me. I'm like, bro, like, and then when you try to calm them down and it's like, fuck you. It's pretty much like you said, fuck you to their face.
And you, like, obviously for the customer, like they're always right. And like, I feel like any job, like that's what you're trained to do. But sometimes it's like they're treating us so poorly, like, and we have to be like, oh, it's okay. But like, it's not okay.
I want to talk to whoever invented the customer is always right, because I want to have a talk.
Yeah.
Who the fuck said that? Like, whoever said that probably had never worked in, like,
For
that
real.
shit's crazy to me.
That's
That's
my
hilarious.
perspective in humanity. Let's be a little bit more respectful.
But you know
Yes.
what? To bring it back to a more positive vibe, well, I guess positive because the story's sad, but I was watching this documentary or just like interview of one of the girls that survived the shooting in Las Vegas. And like she was just talking about her experience and how horrible it was, and that when she finally like felt like it was safe to come out, that she saw a staff from like the concert kind of pointing people and directing people towards an exit when everybody was panicking. And she's like, here's this like person who's probably getting paid minimum wage, like literally going through this fucking horrendous event with us, and somehow like he still was like, okay, you know what, most people probably aren't gonna know where the exit is or how like where to even go to feel safe. So like despite everything that happened, you know, he stayed and like helped other people. So sometimes when I hear like situations like that, I'm like some people have so much kindness in their heart.
Definitely.
Where are you guys?
Literally, sending love to that person.
Yeah,
That's so
definitely.
real.
It was really intense. Like that story was really intense just in general. But when like she was saying so many, you know, negative things that happened to her, and when she said that, like honestly, I started bawling because I was like, I don't even know how I would handle that
Yeah.
situation, and for that person to just be like, you know what, like I'm gonna calm down and help everybody here panicking.
Yes.
Like
literally.
that's oh my god. I'm gonna start crying.
Dude, talking about panicking, do you ever think, like, do you ever imagine, like, oh, like this, the worst case scenario, like, what if, like, somebody tries to break into my house right now? Like, how would you react? Like, you ever try to, like, play it out, like,
All
just
the
for fun?
time.
And then something actually happens, like, maybe something falls and it scares you and you, like, get scared shitless immediately and it makes you realize, fuck, like, how would I actually react, like, if something happened?
I would just die. I feel like I have no sense of like sometimes my cousin comes over and puts me in a chokehold and I'm like, if someone really was doing this to me, like I'm just gonna die. Like I have no way of controlling, like of letting myself go. Or sometimes one time I did this though. I don't know if it was a ghost. But my garage door was open and I was home alone. And I never go in the garage. So I know 100% it wasn't me. So I started panicking and I called my boyfriend. I was like, you need to come right now. Blah, blah. And then I went into the kitchen and I stood in the kitchen with a knife.
Oh,
Because I was like, if anyone's going to walk by right now, like I'm going to see them and I'm going to have a knife. So at least I feel like that's the most protection I'll give myself.
Yeah,
Other than that, if he
definitely.
comes at me, I'm probably still going to die because I'm not going to.
I love how you did
Shank
not
him.
call 911. You were like, let me away
defending
from my man.
myself.
I didn't know.
My man will protect
What
me.
if it was... My baby got me. But what if it was a false alarm and then the police comes? It's
police
embarrassing.
Oh my god, not me, like being 9 calling the police all the time. Sorry, mom and dad. Like I would literally call the police all the time. My parents were fed up and I would always blame my little sisters. Like,
Oh
it was
my
them.
God.
I just took them off the phone, but my dumb ass just fucking around on the phone. I know the police hated me because they would go all the time.
Oh, dang.
Little kids are so bad. What's the dumbest thing you did as a kid?
Probably, this was like a core memory. It's like probably not stupid, but like stupid. So I remember I was like, scooters were popping.
Mm-hmm.
I had a little Barbie scooter, and I had chanclas, like little sandals on. Dude, literally, I don't know why I thought it was a smart idea to just kind of stub my toe to stop. And my sandal flipped
Oh my God.
all the way back. Yeah.
Oh no, babes.
Yeah, so there's stupid la pendeja. Like, literally half of my big toe
It's gone right now.
gone. But I thought it was a smart idea. I was like, yeah.
Did your nail stay intact?
Yeah, it did.
Oh, okay. That's
Oh,
good.
I'm like, I'm not gonna think about it. But yeah, bro, I was like, yeah. And I was like, okay,
Oh
stop this
my
bit.
God.
And I railed it. I was like, beep. Yeah, that
How
was,
old are you?
dude, like 6.
Oh my
I was
God.
a tiny little human. I was crying. My sister was like, oh my God, grabbing like leaves and shit. Put it on my
Patch
toe.
you up real
yeah,
quick?
dude. That was
Yeah.
the stupidest.
Y'all already
thing
know
I've
the
done.
dumbest thing I did as a kid.
What'd you do?
What?
The hamster?
Oh,
Dude, oh my god. By then they already know the story. It's gonna drop, but
Dude, I forgot about that shit. You were like,
I cannot believe I did that. That's the dumbest thing I did. And this other time, my mom told me to go throw this mirror out, and it was broken. And I went to the backyard, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna throw it. And the trash can was literally right there. I don't know why my little brain thought, just throw it over to the neighbor's house. And I did. I threw the broken mirror over to the neighbor's house.
bad
you
lucky son
have
of a-
weird urges.
Right? I had literally the weirdest. So I threw it over and I was like, okay, going on about my day. Little did I know my neighbor was actually doing yard work.
Oh, shoot.
And he was like sitting on the floor, so I didn't see him.
Oh my God.
And he came over to my house with the glass and knocked on my door and told
Your
my
mom was probably so confused.
She was, because she was like, the neighbor was like, oh, I just want to let you know I was doing some yard work and this glass like was thrown over to my property. I don't know who it was, but you should talk to one of your daughters because it's not
One of your
safe.
daughters.
Like,
And you blamed it on your sister again?
Somebody could have gotten hurt, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh, fuck. Like, my mom's going to beat my ass. She's going to know it's me. She told me to throw that mirror out,
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom was like, oh, okay, I'm really sorry, whatever. And she closed the door. And my mom was like, is this the mirror I told you to throw out? I'm not sure. She like, it's like, I don't know if she genuinely like was in disbelief, so she didn't want to believe it. So in
Yeah.
her mind, she was just like, this isn't the mirror I told you to throw out.
Yeah.
He got confused.
Yeah.
No, she that was her reaction. And I was literally expecting her to beat my ass. Like, I was already like rubbing my ass. And I was like warming it up. I was like, damn, the cinto's coming, bro. And no, dude, she didn't. And I was just like, when she said that, I just went with it. And I was like, yeah, I was like, that's not the mirror that
like,
you
I
told
just
me
threw
to
it
throw out.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, like, that's odd. And dude, she literally, I don't know if she was just having like an off day where she just wasn't all there, but she literally did not think it was me.
And what'd you do with the mirror?
Well, she just threw it out.
So you just went out, had a little frisbee fun, and then your mom did the
Literally.
work for you.
Yes, and dude, I still to this day cannot believe that she didn't recognize that was the mirror.
Dude,
she
that's
told me to
hilarious.
throw out. Like, I'm like, in my mind, even today, I'm like, how did you not know?
Yeah.
Like,
Did you have any?
I did a lot of dumb shit. But it was because my older brother had always like weird ideas. Like one time we spray painted our backyard gold.
Oh wow.
And my mom got really pissed, but we were just like, yeah, it's our museum of gold. And we just started spray painting
oh
everything.
my God.
I think the dumbest thing I did though, but I was like, honestly, like 5 years old. I didn't know how to write yet. Like I knew how to write, but I didn't know how to do my J's. My brother's name's Jose. So I wanted him to get in trouble. So I wrote his name all over the walls, but I wrote the J backwards. So everybody knew it was me. Like my mom knew it was me, and then I got in trouble.
Like, what were you trying to do here,
So
babe?
stupid. It's dumb little girl. Honestly, I went into my room and it was like, you
That's
fool.
hilarious.
So
That's the
dumb.
funniest shit ever.
We always did that though. Like one time he drew a huge rainbow on the wall too, and he was like, it was Steph. And I was like,
And you were getting in trouble.
I was like, was it me? Because it was. That seems like something I would
I
do.
yeah.
Yeah, we would get in trouble all the time. I think one time too, he made us jump off my mom's balcony with an umbrella to see if we floated like in
my
Peter
God.
Pan.
No.
But we jumped into the trampoline, so like it was okay. But still, like, who the
Dang.
fuck would like? Why would we do that?
That's imagine y'all did float like flew like wait what the fuck flew
Fl-
bitch F flung let me go I'm gonna head out
Oh
I need to head out already.
You know what's funny that you said it right? You just confused
Yeah.
yourself.
Did it? Did
No,
you?
no,
Yeah,
it did
I'm
not.
curious
I think we broke one because like it like you know how it flips.
because I would think if you're light enough maybe a tiny bit you know what I mean.
Yeah, I was a fat little bit.
Oh,
No,
Sorry.
it's baby fat.
That's true.
Okay.
Let's talk about some dogs.
Let's talk about some dogs, bruh. All right, we're gonna switch the topic over to hook up culture. What do we think about hookups in this generation?
I think they're dangerous, but only because people have not like. I feel like a lot of the people that I know that are just having like fun sex, they
Yeah.
don't use protection.
I agree.
And they're like, oh, it feels different with a condom and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, like, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
That's my only problem with hookup
Yeah.
culture.
And real quick, do you guys feel like it feels really different with or without a condom?
Oh, well, I guess we gotta talk
Like,
about that in the
do you guys-
Patreon. In the Patreon.
Ooh,
I
wanna
don't.
hear about that?
I personally don't.
I personally don't either.
Yeah, so y'all ain't shit.
Y'all ain't gonna hear from me until the Patreon, babe. I'm like, mommy and daddy are watching. I'm not gonna.
Oh my
I feel
God.
like
Got
it's
it.
more for the men. I've spoken
I
about
feel like
it.
they're lying, though.
You think so?
I do. I feel like they're liars. Like you're
I can't
They
trust men.
lie.
Yeah.
When they breathe, they're lying.
What?
They're breathing.
They open their mouth and a lie just falls
They're
out.
lying, bro.
That's hilarious.
They're blinking.
But again, that's why I feel like there's so much like with hookup culture, like that's the problem, that like you're like trying to be, even like when you're trying to be safe with yourself, and then you're like, oh, like maybe, you know, like, do you have a condom? And they'll be like, oh no, it's okay, like blah blah, I'll pull out, it doesn't feel the same, blah blah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, girl, like,
I don't give a fuck.
yeah, like you want it or you don't, peace out, baby.
Like
Yep.
I'm trying to be your toaster strudel, baby.
Like, not the toaster strudel.
Not the-
Oh my God. I just want to say, even toaster strudel had the little cream in a bag.
Period.
'Cause
I don't think I've ever heard that point before.
I will go home and tweet about it.
Because no, yeah, like I'm tired. No, ladies, you need to take care of yourself.
Because
Yes.
STDs is a real thing. And then when you, like, if you get one as a lady, like, I know it's embarrassing to talk about. And,
Yeah.
like, for me, I know I've never had one, but I've had conversations with
Yeah.
other women where, like, they're embarrassed about it. And I'm like, why do we have to be embarrassed about something that's actually so normal nowadays?
Yeah.
And you
Just
know
cover
what?
up,
I
babe.
feel like if you're embarrassed, I get it. But just think of it this way. If you bring it up to the guy and he's like, doesn't want to talk about it, or is like wishy-washy or weird about it, red flags is
Yeah,
throw them
definitely.
out. And that's better for you. You don't have to deal with it. And
Definitely.
yeah.
I have a cousin, and she used to work at like those clinics where like you could go get tested.
Yeah.
And dude, she would tell me like so many times that, because you can tell them like, I don't want to tell my partner, like, can you tell them? And you
Yeah.
like give
Okay.
them your number. But they'll literally just call and be like, hey, like someone you had sex with
Oh.
has an STD, like go get yourself checked. But a lot of the times it was like girls that were like in long relationships and they didn't
shit.
know, you know? So I feel like it's important to, even if you're in a relationship, to just get checked. And you're right, like when someone's like, oh, like when's the last time you got checked? It shouldn't be like an offensive thing to ask. And I feel like that's mostly how people
normal.
take it.
Definitely.
Should be normal. So let's normalize
Let's
that.
normalize
Definitely.
And wrap it up, brother.
Yeah.
Because that toaster strudel also comes in a...
Sin globito no hay fiesta,
Pack
bebé. And I feel like the problem too is that like for men, like they don't say anything because like they might be in a relationship, and women don't say anything because they're gonna like. I feel like the thing, like if someone were to say, "Oh, I have an STD," they're gonna be like, "Oh, what a slut."
Yeah.
Or
like for what, bro?
Yeah.
Like, you're probably the one.
And
that
a lot
gave
of
it to
times
me.
it's not even because they're...
It was you.
Was it you?
Exactly. A lot of times not even because them. It's,
Yeah. It's because your partner's like not being respectful to your relationship,
Yep.
and 2, not being respectful to his penis. That's disgusting.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
Straight
baby.
up. Wrap your crockle doodle do up, bro. Disrespectfully.
Yes.
Don't be spreading your nasty stuff around because you want to have a good time. Just wrap that hoe up.
Because in the end, it's literally beneficial for everybody. Everybody in
their
the
mama.
party. Mm-hmm.
Their mama, their
Definitely.
daddy, their auntie. Wrap it up.
They're bald-headed. again.
Yeah, definitely.
And like also I feel like when stuff like that goes around, it's because they're cheating. And
Yeah.
cheating is so normal nowadays, as well as like the hookup culture. It's just it clashes so bad. I'm
Yeah.
like, why are you cheating? Like, why cheat? Just end it with your partner, because then like you're just traumatizing them. And then
Yeah.
also like with the traumatizing stuff, like let's say like you cheat on your partner and they find out, but through the getting an STD.
Yeah.
That's
Ooh.
no. Like, dude, just wrap it up.
That's tough. I actually
And
kind
me.
of have like a little story. A while back, I was dating someone, and then we took a break for a long time, and then we got back together. And obviously, like since we were together again, we weren't using protection, and I didn't get an STD, thank God, or anything like that. But my kuka was feeling a little off after we started having sex again, and I was like really confused, and I spoke to him about it, and thankfully he didn't get offended or weirded out.
Yeah.
Like he was open to the conversation, and he did say that he engaged in like sex with other women unprotected while we were on that while we were broken up. Yeah, so I was like, you know what? I wasn't mad. I get it. You know, when you're single, you do your thing. I did my thing too, but I was safe, you know?
Yeah.
And now there was a risk. I was scared. Now, damn, what if I fucking have something? Thankfully, I wasn't. It was just something else. But,
Like,
yeah, that is still like...
sorry, may I ask, was it a UTI?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
so-
feel like that's also common to women.
Yeah.
Like, that's nothing to be...
Yeah,
I've had
I'm
those,
not-
but because I don't drink water.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I get it, like almost all the time because I obviously work a lot. So if
Yeah.
I don't drink water, like, I'm always at risk of getting one of those. And
Yes.
it's,
Yeah.
like, the
And
worst
let's-
pain ever.
And let's normalize that UTIs don't just happen from like...
Yeah.
It's literally for
I
a
just said-
thousand reasons. So, like,
Yeah.
let's just talk about it. It's nothing to be embarrassed about. And, yeah, so, like, thank God it wasn't anything serious. But it does make you feel scared. Like, oh, fuck,
Yeah,
you
shit,
know?
dude.
Yeah.
It feels different. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
Yeah.
definitely. Definitely.
no, I feel that. I'd be scared.
Drink your water, ladies, too.
Drink your water. Wrap it up because the toaster strudel comes in packets.
Comes in little packages.
And
That's
and if you're cheating, leave, motherfucker. You nasty ass. I'm like,
Talking about cheating, what if you're in a relationship and you start vibing with someone else?
no,
How
I'm
do
just
you
kidding. I'm
deal
like,
with that? Or how would you deal with that, hypothetically speaking, if it were to ever happen?
Well, like, where are you vibing?
I don't know. Let's just say it's a friend, or like you go out and then you just meet someone and
Yeah.
there's like a little spark or a little something there,
Dang,
like a
that's
vibe,
hard.
and you're in a relationship. How would you deal with that? How would you go about that?
I feel like it just depends. Because, like, if it's, like, in a work situation, obviously, you know, that's more difficult
Yep.
because you have to work.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
But if, like, it's, like, with your friends or, like, you go out or whatever, obviously, I feel like the main thing would just be to, like, distance. Like, if you
Distance
care about
yourself.
your relationship, you know,
Definitely.
distance yourself. Because in a work scenario, like, you can't really do anything. But if you're actively, like, knowing that you have, like, a connection with somebody else and you're still putting yourself in those, like, places and positions, then that's, like, falling on you. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say it's cheating, but obviously it's going to lead to that if you,
If you
know.
egged on,
Yeah,
definitely.
like, if you know that there's a vibe
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, definitely. I saw this post one time that I really liked the perspective they brought in. They said that you're in a relationship, you know, things could start feeling a little boring, you know. So when you meet people and there could be a little spark, a lot of people tend to just go with it because they feel like their relationship is boring or like old.
Yeah.
But the lady said, you know what, when you meet someone and you're in a relationship and they kind of ignite something, it's more, just think of it as like, you know, they're mirroring you. So whatever you like in them, it's actually something you see in yourself.
Oh, wow.
So seeing it that way could kind of take away from the infatuation with the person. You could kind of take the person out of the equation and say, oh, you know what, I felt a vibe with this person because they're really funny, but, you know, just think of it, I like that in them because I'm hilarious, you know? So you bring the attention back to yourself, and it kind of takes away, like, the temptation from, like, wanting to see that further, you know? Yeah, and when I read that, I was like, oh, shit, like, that's
that makes
pretty
sense.
dope. Like,
That's really interesting, especially because, like, sometimes, obviously, you know, it's inevitable when you just click with some people.
Yeah.
But, like, it doesn't mean, like, that's when I feel like it comes back down to just the respect. Like, you can, you know, vibe with someone, then be like, oh, you know what, but obviously I have my partner, like, I don't really see them like that, and kind of direct that to more like a friendship.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. I had never even thought of that.
Yeah, me either, but I read it and I was like, oh, dope.
That's awesome. Dope. You should send me that, because that seems like a really interesting read.
Yeah.
Especially because one doesn't really, like, I feel like when something happens like that, you're like, oh my God, I'm such a bad person. Like, why did I feel that?
Guilty.
But then if you know, redirect it like that, like, oh, that's cool. Like, he's funny, you know, like, we were having a good time probably because I'm funny too.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, I don't know why it just came to my mind right now. I forgot what they call it, but it was something, I'm probably wrong, but something about like the paradigm of choice. A lot of people nowadays, like, they don't want to settle down because they're always thinking like, oh, there's going to be someone better, or I don't want to settle for this. But the paradigm is that because we're not meant to know this many people, you know, social media makes it easy. The internet makes it easy to just have all these options and like get to know like a gazillion different people. But in reality, it wasn't supposed to be that way, you know? So we feel like we have all these options, so we don't ever want to settle. But the funny thing about that is we never end up picking it anyways, because we're always left with the idea that there's something better and better. Right. So we never pick. But so it's like you don't want to settle because you feel like there's an option out there, but at the end of the day, you still never pick because you just have way too many options.
Right.
So I was like, oh shit, when I read that too, like, I just thought that was funny, because I feel like in the past I have found myself in situations where I thought, like, you know what, like, there's better for me out there, and you know, or I could find better, or no, I don't want to deal with this because I know there's better, you know, and there probably was and probably is always going to be better, but that kind of shifted my perspective as well. Like, oh shit, like, I do have a lot of options, and it's kind of like stopping me from like actually seeing one further, you know, actually trying to dig deeper, trying to have like a deeper connection with someone, because I always just want to jump to the next, you know. And I was like, oh damn, it's another thing that just is like, oh shit.
Do you guys believe in like soulmates? You feel like you don't feel like there's just one person for you?
I don't know. I don't know, dude. I just honestly, in my brain, it's like everything happens for a reason, and when the right person comes around, they come around. But I'm not really specifically thinking like there's my soulmate out there. It's kind of like if it happens, it happens, and like that's it for me.
I feel like in a way, having that mentality, I feel like I'm in the middle, because I feel like if you say yes and you kind of like hold on to that really bad, it could make you stay in like bad relationships, because you think like, oh, this is my person, like I have to put up with this, like we'll make it work, you know. But I do feel like also though, you eventually, because I have like people in my family that are very happy in relationships, and they say obviously they had their breakups, and they eventually meet someone that, you know, just fills them in a way that's different. And I think that's beautiful. So it does kind of make me feel like maybe there is, you know. So I'm like in the middle.
I don't believe in I do believe in soulmates, but I don't think we have like one soulmate.
Yeah.
Like I think, like I feel like I have my friends' soulmates. Yeah, and I definitely think that like love is a choice.
Yes.
Like you choose
Yes.
I feel like everything's a choice, but I feel like obviously you fall in love with someone, and once you get past the honeymoon phase, you're like, okay, like I'm over this little bubble, like do I still want to be with you?
Yes.
And that's when you're like choosing, and I feel like that's just going to go on, especially when like it becomes like such a long relationship, and it does become like a little boring sometimes.
Yes.
And then you're like, okay, like am I going to choose to still deal with this, or am I going to choose to like maybe change things about us again, you know?
And I feel like that's a huge issue with like the youngsters nowadays, you know, like they want everything to feel like the way it did in the beginning all the time. And that's impossible, dude.
No.
Like, you're going to reach a point where you know everything about the person. Mm-hmm. And once you get to that point, like you said, you decide, like, is this what I want? Is it not what I want? But it's like, you know, it's going to come in waves. There's going to be good ass times. There's going to be low times.
Yeah.
And, you know, I feel like another thing that has, like, a huge effect on that is, like, how much dopamine we get from everything, like social media, like freaking porn, I don't know, like 1,000 things that give us dopamine every single day. And we end up like not feeling that in our relationships anymore, getting those dopamine hits from our relationship because, like you said, you know everything about the person.
Right.
And it's like, so it feels boring. But I don't feel like it is boring. I feel like the issue is like, for me, I feel like people get too much dopamine. Like, I feel like people need to get dopamine cleanses. Definitely.
Just stop being happy, everyone.
Just stop, please. I'm
like, really quick, I do want to talk about, like, you said social media. I don't know why it, like, kind of waved in my head. Mm-hmm. So, like, in a relationship, do you feel like it's okay to, if your partner likes another girl's picture, or, how can I word this? Do you feel like social media plays a big role in relationships, especially like you said, the options are out there? Like, how do you feel about that?
I don't think so. I think it's gonna matter as much as you let it. Mm-hmm. So I used to get really upset when my boyfriend would like other girls' pictures, and I'd be like, why are you doing that? I haven't told him, but like now I'm like, I don't care. Yeah. Only because that doesn't matter to me. Yeah. Like,
and you trust.
You're not like putting little, like if you're putting little hearts and commenting, then obviously yeah. But I feel like you can tell when someone's just liking your picture as opposed to like liking your picture, you know, and like making it known like, oh, like, I don't know. I feel like you can tell kind of. Again, it comes down to like the vibe that you know you have with whoever's doing that.
Like if it's your homegirl's picture, it's cool. But if it's a half naked picture.
Right. If it's just some girl you never talk to, it's not really your friend, and she's half naked and you're liking her pictures, and it's like, why? But if it's your homegirl from high school and she just looks pretty in a picture, like what's, you know, like what's the issue?
Yeah. Like there's a difference.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like me, for example, like my ex, he's a photographer and videographer. So this man, you know, obviously, he always took pictures of a lot of beautiful women. And honestly, for me, it was never an issue. One, it was his job, you know. And two, he just always made me feel really secure. He never not once gave me a reason to not trust him. And he would take me with him to every single shoot and like video shoot.
Yeah.
So it's like I literally, and he would, obviously he would like clients' pictures, and even he had a bunch of girlfriends too. So it's like, for me, it was never an issue. And I think it just goes back to the fact that he never gave me a chance to feel like there was a reason for me to not trust him.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like that, you know, we had that solid foundation where we trusted each other and we loved each other and communicated heavily. So that was never an issue for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel like being posted is important?
So you know what? In my last relationship, I just feel like this man I had to beg him to like post. Like if we're at dinner, you know, you want to take cute pictures. Like I would be like, oh, let me take it. Like, and I would kind of expect the same, but I never got it. So that was already like in the back of my mind, like a red flag for me. And it's kind of like, why are you hiding me? Because we were together for almost at this time like a year. We were together for 2 years, but like it was the year mark. You know, like you're still hiding me. Why? Right. So in that aspect, yes, but like. If, like, it's our first couple months, like, I really don't care, dude. Like, we're just vibing. But if it's been, like, a long-term relationship, then, yeah, absolutely. Like, I want to share our moments with the people that we love, and I want everybody to know that I'm with you,
especially
vice versa.
If you already share everything, right? Like, if you share everything, why not share me?
They only put games.
No, yeah, I feel that. But in that aspect, yeah. How about you? I know you're in a relationship, so how do you feel about that?
My boyfriend's not really big on social media, though. Like, he doesn't care.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
I used to. Now that I've grown up, I don't care, and he doesn't care either, because I don't post him that much either.
Yeah.
But not because like it's just because I've been with him for so long, so everybody knows about him.
Yeah.
So I only post him when I'm like, I think he looks cute. But even like my cousin will look at my phone and she'll be like, these pictures are so cute, post them. And I'm like, but they're just for me. Like, I love these little memories.
Yeah, and I feel like people should keep in mind that nobody fucking cares.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about like relationship pictures that are being posted.
Literally.
Like literally the most people will probably think like for half a second, that's cute. Swipe, like gone.
Or like,
see it,
these
I'm
Flip the
motherfuckers.
mind. So like you said, it's gonna be an issue like it depends on how big you make it, you know, how much you care about that, you know. So it's literally just you, like as a girl, woman, whatever, like
I care, by the way. I love stalking people. And I love knowing who's in a relationship. Please post.
I'm crying and throwing up, bro. Like, especially on TikTok, I will comment, I'm crying and throwing up. Block. No, I'm just kidding.
I love the cute.
them.
No, I just saw this trend on TikTok. It's so cute. Like, it's, it's, like they'll take a picture of their eye and then like, they'll go to Instagram story and get the color.
Oh, I've seen that.
And then they'll just put like zoom out the color and then just put the color of their eye as their screensaver, and it's so sweet.
I haven't seen that.
crying and throwing up, bro. I think I saw one exactly
So
like that.
cute.
Commented crying and throwing up.
Yeah. See, like
Right.
stuff like that. I'm like,
That's cute.
Maybe I do
No,
want to
yeah.
get posted.
Yeah.
No, for
Maybe
real.
I do
No,
want
yeah.
cute shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm bitter and I haven't been in a relationship for like a year. I'm like,
Girl.
A year? That's
It's coming. It's
it's
coming.
the
going on
year,
2
girl.
years. Going on
It's
2
the
years.
you.
Being
your
single.
future man's watching right now.
it's
like,
the
hey,
personal growth years.
No, yeah. I feel like after my last relationship, I feel like every girl goes through like a stage of like finding yourself. You either find yourself or you hop onto the next. Like,
Literally.
let's be
Yeah.
straight up.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like for a moment I was like, oh my God. Like when I was younger, I was like, I need to be in another relationship. But now I'm like, I don't really need a man. I mean, I don't need a man. It's not that. It's just I'm like, I need to find myself and not put myself in a relationship knowing I'm not ready for it. I'm
Right.
not emotionally available. So in that aspect, like since my last relationship, that shit was traumatizing as fuck.
Yeah.
I was traumatized and I probably traumatized him. So I'm like, I needed time to heal.
learn your triggers, to heal your trauma. Because
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, everyone has good and bad, you know. So I feel like we're never going to be able to get rid of the bad. So I feel like it's genuinely, at least for me, right now, I'm like learning to know what are things about me that I could work on, that, or even things that I know are probably going to always be a part of me, but handle them in a way that are not going to like affect like my future relationships, you know, communicating better or speaking up more or just etc., whatever, you know. And also like I want ladies, keep in mind, enjoy being single. I feel like more women are starting to enjoy being single, but there's still a couple of girls that don't like it, and it's like, truly enjoy it, because once you settle down with someone, you're never gonna be alone for the rest of your life. Like you're gonna be with someone forever.
Me, I'm like,
And it's like you're never gonna be single again. You're never gonna be independent alone again, you know. And it's gonna be the only time where you don't have to answer to nobody. You can do whatever you want, talk to whoever you want, live your life however you want, you know, without having to consult someone or whatever. So just enjoy being single and have fun. And I feel like when you're in that, having fun and just enjoying yourself, that's when the right people come into your life.
definitely,
you know?
yeah.
But also know the difference between knowing your relationship is good, as in healthy, and then knowing the difference between if it's toxic. Like, don't stick around if it's toxic. Leave.
Yeah.
Like, I know you're probably attached, because I've been there before, and that's why I stayed for so long.
Yeah.
Don't feel attached to the memories. Like, just dip out.
Yeah.
You don't have to stay because you think you think, but you know they're not good for you. Just leave.
Yeah.
Get that bread, get that head. Then
I know
leave.
it's easier said than done, ladies, but I have faith in you. If any of y'all out there in that situation, be compassionate with yourself. You know, you're
Love
already going
yourself.
through it. You're already going through it as it is with this toxic person. So don't add on top of that by you talking down on yourself. You know, if you're there and you can't leave yet, just give yourself compassion, give yourself love, and you'll leave when you're ready.
Yeah, and I feel like, too, an important thing to remember is that it's, like, I feel like right now it's like, oh, like, I don't have time. Like, I mean, you guys are younger than me. You're 22, right?
I'm 24, baby.
24? Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I'm 22.
Yeah, but,
I
like,
wish.
especially getting to, you know, like, 24, mid-20s, like, it's like, oh, shit, like, I'm not settled down yet, and I'm going to be 30
That's why I'm
soon.
chill, bro.
No,
Yeah, and I feel like that
no.
doesn't matter. Like, I feel, first of all, 30s are the new 20s.
Yes.
So
Yes.
your years of growth are
per-
still coming. They're still
Yeah.
gonna, you know, like they're only gonna get better.
Definitely.
And
You're gonna look hotter the
Def-
older
yes,
you get.
Oh, yeah.
we're going up over
Period.
here.
that's right.
Put that in your mentality, besties.
Definitely.
If we have an older audience, you're hot. You're hot. Period. Well, if you're younger
And
too,
sorry
you know?
to all the 24, 25-year-olds out there that we used to call old when we were young.
I know,
'Cause
right?
y'all were not old.
We're so
We're
young.
so sorry.
For
What
real.
time is it? It's almost past my bedtime.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any New Year goals that are like that you guys felt like this year were like, oh fuck no, like I'm not doing that in 2022?
Good question.
Stop working so much. I honestly want this year to be my year to figure it out because I've took a break year for so long and I've been working 2 jobs for so long. I'm like, okay, like I said, I think I said this on the first episode, like it's time to snap out of it and kind of just know what I want to do.
And go
Yeah.
for what you love. Follow your dreams, you know.
I'm scared though. Besties, I'm
Babe,
scared.
it's
I
okay.
keep
It is
It's
scary,
scary,
but
very-
it's never gonna happen if you don't take that
Exactly.
step.
So
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's gonna be the new year that's gonna push me. I know something in me is gonna encourage me to get that little spark that I've been itching at, whatever
Yeah.
God, life, or whatever is gonna take me
Yeah.
at. So
I think for
That's
me, it's kind of like similar. Getting out of my comfort zone. Actually going for things that scare me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
like we should all go skydiving.
No,
no,
I'm actually
let's
really
do
down.
it.
I'm
Yeah,
actually really
but
down.
let's do it.
I'm down. I would definitely be
queen.
down to do it.
But honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, fuck, do I really want to do that again? But I do. I will. I'll do it. I'll do
Let's not
it.
think about it. Remember, we're out of our
We should
comfort
all
zone.
go.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm so
Okay.
Like, in that aspect, how
Start
about
the new
you?
year doing something scary.
down. Dude, yes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm starting small right now. I already told you guys I'm skating. That for me was a huge fear because, like, I just was always afraid of falling. So I never did it. But I've actually been learning. I'm getting good. So we're getting there. That for me is
I'm
like a
like the
little
jazz
baby
snap.
step.
Period.
Yeah, but like, you know, for me that's a huge like accomplishment.
Yeah.
And even doing this podcast is like a huge like
Yeah.
step for me because I was so scared of like being judged, putting myself out there, like being open to criticism.
Oh,
like,
and it's there.
terrible. Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah, so
always
it's like,
gonna
you
be
know
there.
what? It's super scary, but you know, we're going to do the damn thing regardless. And shout out to everyone that shows love. We really appreciate you guys.
Yes.
Definitely.
I love you.
I know. I try to pick out like who's being a hater, but I can't. I don't know. I don't notice.
Like at this point, you like for me, because I kind of have an idea of like what it feels like to get hate because
Yeah.
I built a platform without wanting to build one. Like
Yeah.
it happened in between my madness. Like it does get a little bit overwhelming sometimes. You just look at it and you're like, you piece of shit. You're judging me off a fucking 10-second video. Like you're trash.
Yeah.
But I think you said that in our first podcast. Like it's based on like your insecurities. You're insecure. Like you're portraying all your insecurities on me.
People that judge.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly. So I'm like, fuck you, bro. We're out here vibing. We're doing
Yeah.
the damn thing. We're making
Yes,
it out
we
the
are.
hood. Yeah. We're still up, bro.
At the IE.
We're making
Real
it out the
quick, talking about making out the ice. Shout out to our fantastic manager who got us new
Yes,
couches.
he did. I'm like,
These bitches are comfy.
They
What a
are.
The
nap.
last ones, bro. High key, all of us were like, our ass hurts, bro. Like,
My ass got
Yeah.
flatter just
No.
by sitting on them.
but these are comfy, so.
So shout out.
Shout
Thank
out to
you.
you. Thank
Thank
you.
I'm gonna bring us our
Ew.
pillows next time.
Ooh.
Dude, I found the
Oh.
perfect navy blue pillow. It's so cute. I swear.
I'm like, I love baby
So
blue.
cute.
I'm ready to turn up
Because
with
these
it.
are like these
They're
are for
cute.
napping.
They're doing the
Yeah,
job
these
for
are-
now, you know,
Yeah, no, we appreciate the couch.
Yes, we
babe.
do. Thank you.
I'm like, thank you so
Early
much.
Christmas gift.
but definitely.
Well, I think that about wraps it up for today. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this 3rd episode. Thank you guys for all the love, and please, 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 whatever you guys want to hear about, whatever you guys want us to talk about, drop it in the comments. We'd love to hear what you guys want to learn from us. And definitely, if we have stuff to learn from you, please leave that in the comments as
Yes.
well. So where can we find you, ladies?
Find me at XO Tanahara on Instagram, Twitter, and Lala Bonchar on TikTok. I'm all embarrassed about it.
You can find me at bloomingvc.vic, VIC on Instagram, and bloomingvc on Twitter.
And you can find me at Steph's Got Milk on all the platforms.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year.
Woohoo.
Love
Bye,
you,
guys.
bye.
That was
Period.
fun. I like this episode.
I need a piss. I'm so sorry, but my bladder said no, bestie.
Manager, we're done.